Right, welcome back to another knowledges. I'm just going to start with a light travelling through space idea, right? So we've heard of the travelling man, right? In relation to say, are you a travelling man? And then they say, yes, something or other, like this type of greeting what that for each other, right? And so we have the idea of the light travelling through space is one of the biggest ideas, right? Again, the light bringer Lucifer, see? Coming from the so it's coming channeling from Lucifer, head of the organisation, through that reach through down to the smallest star. So it's like the big star and the little stars type of thing or something. Right? Of course, space is black and dark, so it's like the idea of being a travelling man, like a light wave or something travelling through darkness. See? Like he's one of the codes what they use, light travelling through space. And of course, a lot of the code in it, like all the different things like light waves and of course, obsessed by it in the scientific ways and all that. Like all this type of different experiments and Einstein and photons and what have you. Of course, it's just like a metaphoric idea of a travelling man, which basically means a trans man. So the idea of the light. See again with the the Lucifer corresponding to the Lucifer idea, the light bringer and all that. And the travelling idea, see, light travelling through space. Why is the masonry associated with travel? Because the trans travel, see, it's a trans travel journey from darkness to Masonic light. We travel symbolically and physically by getting transed over and all that, see. That's the bit they didn't tell you. It would be necessary for you to travel. You know what travel involves in these type of codes, right? Of course, travel's like the troll idea, right? Yeah, you see, wavy davy, right? Yeah, this was a thing on the Vic Reeves or something, like, years ago. Like Vic Reeves' big night out used to do wavy davy, right? And the light travels and sound waves, right? Sound waves, like light travels as waves. Yeah. Light travels as waves, there are transverse waves, of course, Of course there is, you know what I mean? Light travels in waves. So it's all to do with the light idea and all that. Also idea of particles, like parties, like the Conservative Party and the Labour Party and all that. Of course, Viveka is there to do with a cow, right? When you have all the stuff about vaccinations and that, again, you're talking about more code, because light travels through outer space or the vacuum type of idea, right? Light travels in waves. Of course, you have the name Travis, which is directly means to traverse or to cross. So you know what I mean? It's to do with the gender crossing, crossover, right? And obviously a lot of Travis ideas and all that. The crossover. But interesting, right? The region of origin here is Normandy, this Normandy idea. Of course, we know the Romans and the Normans, so Romans and Normans type of thing, Of course, we know that none is there, 777 and all. So your Normans idea is just basically Romans, but with an N stock on the front. So basically, deceit, kingship, fish, a miracle. So it's like, it's all just occurred, isn't it? Romans and Normans and all the rest. Double letters, of course, the love duality and all that. Of course, a nun is a biblical figure. A nun is a eunuch, basically. Then you got the breeches rule, right? Or the Hosen rule, right? The Hosen rule, and this apparently has its origins in, again, in Norman conquest. Hose mean a pair of stockings or pants type of thing, Of course, who they would, they wear them type of stockings anyway, not only, only trans, you know what I mean? A woman, they. I looked at this one before, the breeches rule or Hosen rule, right? And that included in the cross-dressing idea and all that. The Hosen rule. And this travesty, again, that's the day with similar type of thing, right? Theatrical term referring to portrayal of a character, right? By a performer of the opposite sex. So think how that applies to Travis and travelling and all this. And the crossing over and the cross-dressing and all this, it's all linked up, right? It's all linked up. And they say the idea of a name called Hersey is one of the names that the Normans brought with them when they conquered England in 166. So you have 13 type of thing. 6 and 6 become like the 12, so the 3 or the 21, 777. And then add the 1, it's a 13, so it's like an unlucky number. They conquered England in 1066, really. I don't reckon that happened, like, right? And this year, the nuns, the Roman nuns, they brought the Hers rule name, the cross-dressing name, right? What kind of job is a Hersey? 33%. You know what I mean? This Hersey idea is applied. It must be again. It's like one of the name one of their trans bloodlines type of thing. Again, the Herzen rule. From Normandy to England, the family seat at Kent, where wouldn't be surprised, Kurds. Yeah, this is interesting. Read the Hurzi or Hussein, right? Derived from Hussein. So remember Saddam Hussein, right? Saddam Hussein playing the Hurzen rule, the cross-dressed tea drinker and that, see? It's in the Shia Muslim remembrance in Trinidad and Tobago. Celebration in Jamaica. Again, I looked at Jamaica and it's full of tea drinkers, right? Not of what do you call it, upper class aristocrats out there now. So need surprise you got a Hussein, a Hurzen rule type of thing out there, right? TT, Trinidad and Tobago. Mosque. The mosque must be a mask idea, just to like a mask. See what I mean? Simple as. Popular for the first 6 days. See Saddam Hussein, right? Yeah, T-Critty. His name was T-Critty. So obviously, I was playing the horizon rule, like, basically, this was a total hex, and this was a T-drinker. Of course, you have the idea of a hose pipe, like a hose pipe. Again, one of these type of ideas where it's like a euphemism for like a male genitalia type of thing, hose pipe. He was he was building pipelines and all this one. Stuff about oil pipelines and that one, you know what I mean? The hose and the pipeline. Again, these type of little hidden jokes that they put in me. Like the whole thing was like a sort of tragedy, like it's called sad. The whole thing was like a sort of sad, tragic event or something, And of course the super gun idea, which is the same as a hosepipe type of thing, it's like, like an FTM type of, hacker idea and all that. A big Babylon. See what I mean? Project Babylon was a space gun project commissioned by Saddam Hussein. See what I mean? Like all this type of idea, like big guns and big cigars and all this. It's like an FTM type of thing, right? To obviously make up for like lack of a real thing in that, you know what I mean? Of course, all the stuff about it, like a sad thing, a tragedy and all this. This was all part of it to sort of blaze the legacy of it, see, like a sad event and tragic and all, thousands of people died and all this. Of course, it was all a hex. You see what I mean? It's the total hex. See what I mean? It's all like this sort of sorrow, tragedy and all this, but no happened type of thing. You see what I mean? The chaos. Of course, putting occurred in, see? The complete hex. You always see parallax, right? Basically referring to when viewed from different positions, right? Through the lens of a camera, right? Through photographs and all this, and this is basically what they use, right? It's referring to the type of idea, like the transes and the naturals view things different. So obviously when they play the hexes out on the TV, these different types of people view it differently. So it's all about hexing the naturals. The fact of seeing wrongly, right? And the change idea, parallax, right? So they use this parallax type of idea, right? They parallel views and all that. Like one year, for naturals to view things, another for their own taste to view. And again, it's to do with light and to do with the angles and, the travelling of light and all this, how light moves about and what have you. Of course, there's a movie called The Parallax View, right? Which is about a conspiracy type of idea and all that. I'm not sure about the exact story, like, but it was a popular film and all that, all that days and that. The Parallax View, so it's about, it's about a conspiracy and a bloke who sort of stumbles upon, you know what I mean? But he sort of figures out that something was hoaxed or hexed or something like that, you see what I mean? But of course, it's to do with that, this parallax view. It's about the two ways of seeing it, really. Parallel hex, see what I mean? Of course, nearby stars and what have you. A new line of sight. The parallelogram, right? Obviously the G-ROM, right? Four-sided plane rectilinear figure with opposite sides parallel, so basically like a cube, right? Again ties in with a cube-based stuff, right?